I am back with LaTricia Mundorf. She and DM High Roller are our Futurity champions here at Ruby Buckle, Memphis. What are you feeling right now?
Just shocked, actually. He just keeps surprising me. He's such an amazing athlete. And today I tried to get in his way. I guess I lost my stirrup at the second, and I really needed a kick to the third, and my old body wouldn't let me. So I just kind of grabbed the outside rein and got around it. I had no idea he would clock like he clocked. I really thought I'd be a 4 or 5, and I looked up and saw a short one, and I was like, wow. He's just a blessing. I mean, I I thank God daily for him, and that same last prayer before I went down the alley, God, just keep him safe. And I don't know, I'm a little bit teary-eyed today. He's special.
We talked yesterday, and we said, man, that'd be fun if it turned out like it did in Salina, and here we are. It turned out pretty much just like that.
Wow. Ruby Buckle's been amazing to me this year. It's such an amazing program, and I just talked to Cody Bowserman a second ago, and I said, where can you go and, place in 2 rounds, and not even necessarily, I was second in the round yesterday, but a little bit lower today, and take home, $30,000 behind your horse's name is pretty amazing. It really is. He deserves it, but without programs like this, it wouldn't be there. And so I do appreciate everything that the Ruby Buckle's done for us this year, and I thank God for letting me ride that yellow horse.
You guys have had an incredible year, like you said. This weekend should put him over $200,000 life total earnings. Just an amazing year. What do you do to keep him together? I mean, he has been so consistent. How do you pamper him kind of off the road?
He doesn't really get pampered that much. We have a lot of cattle, and so he gets used still, some not as much as he used to, but some at the ranch. And Dillon still ropes on him. He roped on him twice this week before I came. That's pretty much as far as schooling goes. I think it keeps him balanced and in the ground and backed off. Dillon rides him probably more than I do at home. He's just really easy. He doesn't. I did work him this week once on the barrels, only because B. Silva was taking pictures of him. But I very seldom work him on the barrels. He knows the pattern. He knows his job. The main thing is just keeping him soft and supple and happy. And I took him to the vet last week. He hadn't been to the vet since the 1st of June. So I took him, and there wasn't hardly anything there. But just his schedule's so crazy from now to the end of the year. I thought, I needed to get him checked out. But, gosh, it's a dream. I really feel like I'm living a dream.
When you were, speaking of dreams, when you were dreaming up this cross, Happy to Run 'em crossed on French Streak to Vegas, why was French Streak to Vegas a horse you thought would cross well on your mare?
I always loved that horse. I thought it was amazing. He won his Futurity year with 5 different riders, and I think that's a crazy feat for any young horse to do. Jamie Robinson mentioned to me one day at a rodeo, she said, if you ever want to breed Kylie, which is what we call it, Happy to Run 'em, she said, I'd like to make it happen to French Streak to Vegas. And I thought, oh my gosh, what an amazing cross. So the breeding came a little bit crazy. I just dropped him off to have him swam and told the vet, I said, palpate her if she's ever ready to breed. And they called me back, dropped her off at 7. They called me back at 10, said we need semen today. I was like, oh, okay. So I called Jamie and it happened. Well, they never called me back, so I just thought it didn't work. And then Weatherford Equine called and said, your 45-day embryo is ready to go home. And I'm like, what embryo? And they said, Happy to Run on French Streak to Vegas. I was like, wow, okay. And so he was just meant to be. And both of those horses' work ethics were phenomenal. And I think that they did pass that on. I think God touched that situation a little bit because I think he's faster than both of his parents, but has the same work ethic and stuff like that. So, I owe a lot to Jamie, or it probably wouldn't happen. Now I have a whole bunch of French Street to Vegas.
That's such a great story. I love knowing those backstories behind those great horses. My final question for you is really just more hearing your observations. This has been an incredibly tough Futurity year. There have been record setting. We've got Hello Stella. We've got Miss French Walla Walla. We've got Your Stud, and just all of these incredible 4- and 5-year-old Futurity horses. What are your general reflections on this class of horses?
It's probably the deepest set of talent that I've seen in a really long time. And the craziest thing, and we talked about this yesterday, was the fact that those horses started winning in November of last year, and none of them have quit winning. It's been amazing to watch 4-year-old horses, and we've run them a lot this year, a whole lot. And they've all stayed together, and I mean, my gosh, like Hello Stella's just, I'm in awe of the talent there. And then you talk about, French Walla Walla and Dolly's Dashing Badger and Kyle's horse. I mean, wow, like it's just, you can just keep naming them. There's 50 horses here that could win first on any day. And to me, that's crazy that there's that much talent. But I think the programs and the breeding, I really think it's just going to keep getting better. That's hard to imagine at my age that from where I've seen it come since I started this to now, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Makes us all excited for the future. It's going to be fun to see you competing on the Studs Colts here in a couple years. So we're thrilled for you. Congratulations, and thank you again for coming to this event.
Thank you so much.